Hi guys, it's Mrs. Dahl
And Mrs. Hooven.
and we're here to talk to you about a signpost called Tough Questions. This is a strategy that's going to help us. It goes along with the signposts of Notice and Note. So we all ask questions such as, what's for dinner? Or where are my shoes? Or do I really have to do my homework? All the time. Those are questions to which we certainly want answers, but they aren't what we'd call really tough questions. The tough questions are those questions we sometimes ask ourselves or someone else that seem, at least for a while, not to have an answer. We might ask, how will I ever get over this? When we hear that a loved one has died. Or we might ask, what should I do? When we have a difficult, almost impossible choice to make. Or we might ask, am I brave enough to say no when we're asked to do something we know we shouldn't do? If someone breaks up with you, ask why. Tough questions are a part of life because life is, well, tough sometimes.
When you share tough questions with a friend or just think it to yourself, you're really sharing something that bothers you. In a novel, we call that the internal conflict. And if you can spot it in the novel, the tough questions a character asks of himself or a friend, then you'll have found the internal conflict.
Authors often show us these tough questions in fairly straightforward ways. The main character is the one who's usually asking the question, but they'll ask a trusted person or him or herself the question that obviously doesn't have an easy answer. Tough questions often show up in pairs. Why won't they talk to me anymore? Why is everyone treating me this way? Occasionally, the character might not ask a question, but might say something like, I wonder if. Once you notice the tough question or the statement that begins with, I wonder, it's important to stop and ask yourself, what does this question make me wonder about? So that's our anchor question.
Think about it this way. If you hear there's a party and you're not invited, you might ask yourself, why did I get left out? And from that question, you might wonder if you had done something to hurt someone's feelings or something, or if it's really a group you don't know well, so no one figured you'd want to go. One tough question usually makes us wonder about other things.
So what we're going to have you do is open your lab books to your table of contents, just like we did yesterday. Add the title, Tough Questions, and the tag S for signposts. If you usually skip a page, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, this lesson goes on the next available page. Get ready to draw and write to create this next page.
And you can pause the video if that helps you get your notes copied.
Yep. So we're going to review. We're going to assume that you are done copying the notes. And we're going to talk about just when authors show us the internal conflict, that deep problem inside of one of your characters that makes them worry. They often let the characters share that conflict by having him or her share a difficult question or questions. He might ask himself the questions, or he might ask a friend. And when we see a tough question, we should ask ourselves, what does this question make me wonder about? All right, we'll see you tomorrow.